Hello, welcome to Dungeon Rolls Podcast. I'm Rose Justin. So, my latest book hauls have been missing something, right? And I noticed that they're missing horror. I haven't picked up a lot of horror novels lately. So I checked out my local bookstore, and they had like a bunch of horror novels called The World of Darkness. This is one of the World of Darkness books I picked up. This is uh, Wormwolf by Edo von Belkom. And the World of Darkness, for people who don't know, is that it's part of it's like a tabletop RPG by White Wolf, which are the developers of Vampire the Masquerade and I think also Werewolf the Apocalypse, which both have video game adaptations. Werewolf the Apocalypse, I'm not sure if that game came out yet, but there was a trailer. So I've been wanting to read like Vampire the Masquerade novels for a while now, and this is the next best thing, right? And they also had like two other World of Darkness books. This is World of Darkness Vampire Netherworld by Richard Lee Byers, who's written D&D novels, right? So can't wait to read this one. And then the other one I picked up is World of Darkness Mage, Such Pain by Don Blasingweight. So this is a pretty cool cover. I'm trying to just figure out when do these books get published. Based on the Ascension. This was 95. Okay. Yeah. So these are... Let's see if I can get them to stand. Yeah, those are the World of Darkness books I picked up. Can't wait to read and review them on the channel. Because I wanted to pick up some Vampire Hunter D books. I can't seem to find them anywhere around where I live. But yeah, I was able to find these, and I can't wait to review them. They had like 5 of these books, but I could only find 3 of them. Right, and I was kind of in a hurry to go because it was like only like 2 o'clock, right, when I left the house. But it was already getting rush hour. Where I was at, so I'm like, I want to get out of here before it really starts to hit, right? Yeah, so I also picked up 2 other books. This was kind of like a small book haul, but I picked up another horror. This is like a horror fantasy book. The Finn Executioner, Heads Will Roll, and this is a massive book, as you can see. It's by Darren Sean, however you pronounce his name, who wrote the Cirque de Freak books or whatever. There was like a movie, I forget what it's called. Maybe it says here. This is apparently like his first it's Cirque de Freak, the Vampire Assistant movie. Okay, yeah. So it's Cirque de Freak. You're right. Yeah. So that's the offer, and I heard good things about his books, but it's the thing where like I'm not really into young adult books, but this is like a standalone fantasy book, and you know what? I've been meaning to read and review some standalone fantasy books for the channel, right? So yeah, I picked this up for cheap. The other fantasy book I picked up that's horror fantasy. That is a Stephen R. Donaldson book, Reeve the Just and Other Tales. Unfortunately, they didn't have the Lord Falsbane, which is the first book that Stephen R. Donaldson put out. Which I read. I watched a review of like Lord Falsbane. And holy crap, it's basically picture Lord of the Rings, but Berserk is pretty much what like Thomas Covenant Chronicles is, which is what Stephen R. Donaldson's like main fantasy series. But they had some of his books, but they didn't have the first one. So I picked this up instead. It's like a collection of short stories. You know, cool cover. Alright. Yeah, so that's all the books I picked up for this book haul. I'm going to do a comic book haul soon. I'm just waiting on something, and then I'm gonna go right and pick up some comics. Yeah. So if you guys have any suggestions on some comics, some new comics to read, put them in the comments section. I also review comics for random people who stumble onto this video. Yeah, so that's all the books I picked up. Make sure, if you're new to the channel, make sure to check out my book reviews. We're doing like vampire movie reviews this week. I should have 3 of them up by the time this video premieres, so make sure to check those out. It's the movies we reviewed so far is John Carpenter's Vampires, Lemora, and Vampire Journals, which is a Full Moon Pictures movie, which is like a spin-off to like the Subspecies movies, which we might review for Vampire Week. I don't know. Yeah, so that's it for this review, guys. I mean, book haul video.